Massive thanks to the mad lads and ladies supporting the channel. The doggos say thanks. Hey everyone, it's time for some more Helldivers 2, and today I actually wanted to do a quick correction. This video should be fairly quick, but I actually made a video about this last night. Unfortunately, while I was clearing out some folders right before I fell asleep, I accidentally deleted the video while it was like halfway through uploading. And unfortunately, because of that, I didn't have the video done last night like I promised I would. I just decided to go to bed and try this morning. I did also oversleep because I was up quite late, so I will try to make all three videos today that I normally would make, but my performance could take a bit of a hit. The video's qualities probably won't be the best because, yeah, I'm probably just going to yap today and just try to get done whatever I need to get done. All that aside, I do want to make a correction. Yesterday, I was wrong in saying that Karl Jobst lied to his community specifically about, you know, the lawsuit with Billy Mitchell. However, I do still believe, and I do still, like, remember, and I even did checked out the Moist Critical video again where he did the lawsuit thing, like, where he was called in as a witness. And the reason why is because Moist Critical was called as a witness, and it was for Karl Jobst versus Billy Mitchell, and it was about defamation. So whenever Karl Jobst talked about the case, the defamation case and everything else, what he drew attention to specifically was Billy Mitchell suing people and suing him, because I'm pretty sure that was partly like one reason, for saying he cheated in his Donkey Kong scores. And that is partly true, that is part of it. However, Karl did not make any significant attempt to basically draw attention to the fact that, you know, the statement with Apollo Legend, or even just any statements in general aside from the Billy Mitchell suing people for cheating stuff. That is the only thing that he drew attention to. The only thing. I mean, there might have been a couple of times where he mentioned the Apollo Legend stuff, but I'm going to say right now it wasn't in good faith that he went that route. And the reason why I say that is because, well, I watched like every single video he had, or every single video he made, where he basically talked about the case. I loved it. I was reveling in it, like, oh my god, Billy Mitchell's such an idiot. And I was loving seeing him just absolutely, you know, struggle and suffer through this, because again, he's a piece of garbage person. But that said, when it comes to the actual case and Karl Jobst, he might not have specifically said, you know, oh, Apollo Legend doesn't have anything to do with this. However, he did mislead and misrepresent while asking for donations and getting hundreds of thousands of dollars in donations from his community. Regardless of what anyone else thinks, I think that's scummy. I think it's just really dishonest. Like, at best it is dishonest, and at worst it is malicious. And while I don't think he acted maliciously, I think he was effectively in the best interest for getting him the money he needed to get through the case, because he thought he could win, and then maybe he'd talk about it later or something. And, you know, even if he didn't think like that, it just still felt very scummy and very malicious and very dishonest for him to do that. So, all that said, he did apologize. I feel like he owed us an apology. I feel like he was still very much in the wrong. I think some ordinary gamers should have still called him out. I think Mutahar should have called him out with his public platform if he was going to talk about it. Just like, you know, people, you know, what is it, platforming dishonest people or malicious people. I think that some ordinary gamers, Mutahar, if he was going to talk about it, he should have said, yeah, this really isn't right. Because regardless of whether or not Karl specifically lied to us or lied to his community, what Karl Jobst did was mislead us, and he was dishonest with us at the end of the day. And that is wrong. So that's pretty much all I'm going to say on it. If you like the video, leave a like on it, subscribe if you want to see more content, dislike it if you dislike it, and if you disagree, you know, let me know in the comments down below. Let's have a conversation about it, because I would like to be wrong. I really respect Karl Jobst, but based on how he treated the situation and looking at all the coverage he did of it, he made it very clear that he wanted us to believe that he was being sued for saying Billy Mitchell was a cheater. And that dishonesty, that misleading of his community is still scummy. Just as bad as if he lied, in my opinion. But I did want to correct myself, and I didn't want to misrepresent him. I didn't want to misrepresent the situation. And I didn't want to, be somebody that misrepresents something and then says, oh, well, I'll worry about it later. And I didn't want to do a short. I did a video on it, so I wanted to do a video correcting myself. Because like Louis Rossman says, if you're going to be the bitch, be the whole bitch. If you're going to use a platform to call somebody out, or if you make a mistake on your platform, you don't have any right to basically, go somewhere where few people are going to see it and then just, do something there so you look less bad. I will call myself out. I did make a small misrepresentation of the situation. Karl Jobst didn't lie to his community, to me, to us, his community, but he did mislead us. And to me, that's just as bad as lying, because it was still dishonest. And he still did it with the intention of soliciting donations, which he got hundreds of thousands of dollars in donations over a situation that he didn't, represent with transparency and honesty. But yeah, that said, thank everybody so much for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like on it, comment down below if you want to talk about it. And yeah, I already went through this again. If you want to support the future of the channel, check out my Patreon, linked in the description below. I'm never going to hide how much I get, and as soon as I get to, I don't know, probably $1,000 a month, I won't promote my Patreon. I mean, maybe I'll do it like once every couple months, but I won't. Like, I'll actually be honest about stuff, and I'll be fully transparent about it, and as soon as I can, like, survive off of this, then I'm not going to worry about promoting it anymore, because that's really all I need. And yeah, if you want to join the community of people who play Monster Hunters and games like Monster Hunter, or if you just want somewhere to hang out and chat, also check out my Discord, linked in the description below. Just keep in mind, most people do talk about Monster Hunter there, but there is an off-topic chat as well. Yeah, that's it. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye now.